Hello and welcome back to the Sims 4 speed build. Today we are doing the 2023 remaster of my glass house. So this is a house that I built quite a few years ago on my YouTube channel. I don't have the video anymore, but the house is still available on my gallery page. It's probably one of my most downloaded houses or creations, or at least up there. It's definitely in the thousands. And this house was built without much of the newer content that you get from like Get Famous, Growing Together, the Dream Home Decorator, the new kits and the new stuff packs, including Home Chef Hustle. So I wanted to redo this house with new content. As you can see here too, like the house used those giant saucer lights. So this was well before we had the mini saucer lights. So this house is quite old, but I'm starting with the living space here, as you can see, and I do start out with a Home Chef Hustle Kit kitchen. This isn't the final kitchen. The whole time I was working on other rooms, I was thinking about this kitchen and how I really didn't like it, at least the first version. But the second version, or final version rather, is much better. I think I'm very happy with how it turned out. As far as improvements I made to the glass house, exterior wise, there were some minor adjustments, but not really a whole lot's changed on the exterior. But on the interior, I added things like platforms. We lost a bedroom because I made the kitchen bigger. I've also took down some walls and kind of reconfigured the floor plan a bit just to make it flow a bit better and to make a little bit more sense as far as accessing some bedrooms and bathrooms. As far as the house, it's built on a 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg, which is on the island portion of Windenburg, which is located right here. And it's using a variety of packs. Here's what all of the packs are. I don't want to list them all because I'd be here forever, but the gallery will also tell you what packs the newer version will require. But I used a variety of different content from all different packs because I felt like this house deserved that, because it was lacking in so much of the newer content, and the whole idea of remastering it was to basically bring it up to par with what we have in the game today. So, I mean, originally the house is absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning house, but, lighting improvements for one is something I made. So we got rid of those giant saucers. And I was trying out a different layout for the living room. We do change out some of the wallpaper and stuff, and I just kept shuffling furniture around because I just couldn't figure out what to do with this giant room. Try a couple of different rugs. Again, I come back and I change all of this because I was originally going for black, like a black, white kind of look. Like, as you can see, the kitchen was also like a black and white kind of look. But then as I started doing other rooms, like when we get to like the master suite and the master bathroom, like, I went back and I changed it all because I realized that wasn't the way I wanted the house to go. I didn't want it like black and white kind of. I wanted it to have wood tones and lighter wood tones. We do have darker ones right now, but I go back and I change all of the windows. We upgraded the windows and the door. The original house used base game windows and I believe a door from Spa Day, but this is now using eco lifestyle doors and windows throughout for exterior doors and windows. Interior, it's nice to have new swatches of the doors because I was able to make those like wood tone doors you see there into like other bedrooms and rooms a solid white color, which I think serves the house much better and just brings a nice cohesive feel, and just having plain white just makes it look so much better. So right now I'm just kind of playing with the main living spaces, wallpapers and flooring, but we do lighten that back up because it being dark like that just made it feel much smaller, and the idea was to have it open an area. So now we're working on the master bedroom, and I basically take everything out. This is the master bath. I also took out the get-together wardrobes, and we're going to build a closet using the Dream Home Decorator stacking closets, which I think is a much better walk-in closet type of thing. It was nice to kind of rejig this whole space and make it something a bit more, I don't know, it just made it feel more elegant by just shifting around some of the things. We put the tub on a platform. Nice use of platforms again. and then shuffle the rooms down to make room for the vanities, which the tub took the place of. So it's nice to have that. We also shuffle this hallway bath around and get rid of the closet because it was kind of a little silly having the like hallway closet there and it wasn't functional at all by any means. So it's like, yeah, let's get rid of that and just give more space back to the master. We also put the bed on a platform, but I do come back and I change the shape of that platform instead of being square like that. So Sims would have to like step up and then step back down if they're walking across it. I do make it angled on the corners, which I think is a unique shape. Something a little different. I don't normally use angles on platforms, but it seemed to work quite well, and it just kind of looks cool. It's gives some elevation to the bedroom, I think, and it makes it feel bigger having it this way, having that closet gone, that hallway bath shuffled down a bit more. I use the new TV picture frame from one of the new kits. I believe that's the Glamour kit, if I remember correctly. High-end. Oh, I don't remember the name of it. That's so sad. But it is the new kit that brought like the glamoury like beds and things like that, which I do use in other rooms as well. So now we're just working on the master and kind of figuring out how things should look. I do change the vanities to a dream home decorator vanity and the tub as well. Just something new and make it look a little fresh and different. I do take those mirrors out because quite honestly, they were a bit distracting. It was nice having the reflection there of the tub and everything. But I mean, with the windows there, you didn't really need it. And I don't know, like I said, it was just distracting having those there. So we do put some pictures up there instead. And I do change, this is where I decided to change the window wood tone and basically the whole tone of the build to lighter colors, which I think looks much better. I did experiment here with a horse ranch paneling wallpaper, but I come back and change that to a spa day white slatted wallpaper instead. So I think that just suited it much better than the lighter wood, and I felt like there was just too much lighter wood. I also had the shower tucked away in like its own like 2x2 square box, so I decided to use the Snowy Escape open showers and create like a double shower stall instead. So it's not enclosed anymore. Using a half wall on the one, I think it works well. It gives it a nice open kind of shower. It's very cool. I like the improvements I made, and I also made it so you can access this big, huge bathroom from the main hallway as well, which before it was accessible by one single door, which I don't know, it just seems so weird to have just one single door. So we do throw in a double door, make it feel more grand, and just, I mean, this is a huge bathroom. Like if this wasn't here, this could probably be 2 or 3 bedrooms, you know, like this is just a huge master bathroom. And the giant closet, which is nice to have. Like, not to say that the get together like wardrobes aren't functional, but I think having the clothes open like this, shoes, a lot of the like different clutter items around, kind of making it look lived in and like a functional closet. I think that just, it makes it look nicer and makes it look lived in. Throwing some clutter around in the tub, and this is where I'm kind of finishing up in here, just kind of looking for different things I can do. We do add mirrors. I was going to do the like full length kind of standing there off to the side, but I decided for mirrors on the wall. And then we're doing pictures. I believe these are from pets, I think. Yes, which they're really cool because there's like a couple of different color swatches, but if you use them in order, they actually make like a continuous photo. So that's actually pretty cool. I thought that was very nice. This is where I'm kind of experimenting with the main living spaces floor. I was thinking of this like marble concrete from Get Famous, but we do keep it for a little bit, but I do go back and change it back to hardwood because it just looks so much nicer. I don't know. I think the lines from the squares were just kind of making it feel a bit too busy and distracting, and we're changing the dining room table again, but we're going to do it again. So it doesn't matter because this isn't the final layout at all. Like the kitchen isn't even the same. The chairs I do keep. that style chair I do, but and then this bookshelf, because originally in the original build there was a bookshelf over on that wall, like in that corner, and I wanted to kind of put that back and kind of keep some of the original character of the home. So just going around changing the windows, and I do bump this bedroom out because there was a staircase originally here, like a small balcony and a single staircase that went down to like the pool area. But then I thought that's kind of silly because you have the staircase right there on the end, which goes down into the basement where like the spa, the home gym, and you can go right outside to the whole like pool and patio area. So it didn't make sense. And that allowed me to kind of make the bedrooms a bit bigger on the back of the house. Something else that we didn't have when I built this house, not only didn't we have platforms, but we didn't have glass roofs. So there were absolutely no skylights in this house, which honestly, it's so nice to have the functionality, and it just makes it look beautiful with the lighting in the game. I'm just adding one over the tub now in the master. We did it over the hallway, over the stairs down to like the basement spa area. And then I do some in the main like long corridor hallway because it's just so long. It just needed something to make it look a little different. So having the light shadows cast on the wall is also nice. When we do the final kitchen layout, I actually put a giant skylight over the island. So now we're kind of shuffling that out. I do push the kitchen back to get rid of that one bedroom. So while we do lose a bedroom, it is a nicer kitchen in the end. So this is kind of where I'm kind of reconfiguring it to make it how I originally like feel like it should look. Bump out some walls, make it look a little bit better, and then I had to make it symmetrical on the exterior because it was kind of weird having it bump out and not line up with the columns below. So I did kind of make it longer, which is cool because then that allowed me to, rather than the dining room being oddly placed, just like behind the couch, like it now kind of makes it feel more cohesive and part of the kitchen. I was trying some spandrels here and some columns just to kind of create some interest and kind of separate the room a little bit, but it didn't really work out. So instead we use platforms. So the kitchen is one giant platform, kitchen and dining room, I should say. But this isn't the final layout because I was having some issues. As you can see, I couldn't move or place a table down. It kept saying it couldn't intersect objects. And then at first it was saying it couldn't intersect the stairs. And I'm like, what is going on here? So I just decided to move the platform back a little bit. So the kitchen itself is on a platform and the dining room is just below. But again, they're still kind of like, they're still close enough that they're connected. So it just flows so nicely. And the island is massive. I did use move objects here to kind of create like a custom one because for some reason the cabinets weren't lining up properly how I wanted them to make it like one giant one. So we do some alt placement and some move objects. There's a dishwasher, nice compact one. It's nice to have a new dishwasher. I did double ranges, and then the fridge obviously is off to the one side. But yeah, I thought, oh, I'll just use move objects, and place the table off the end of the cabinetry there and then have chairs. But the problem is like if you went to move a chair or even the table itself, it just kept saying couldn't intersect objects. So I was afraid that Sims wouldn't be able to use the table and the table wouldn't be functional. So I wanted it to be functional, even though this looks really cool like that. Like I just eventually just cut it in half and slid the platform back because I was tired of fighting with it and like trying to figure out what is going on there. So I think this looks better in the end, and it gives the dining room its own space. I think like it's still part of the kitchen, but like, yeah, I don't know. It just looks so much nicer, and having the wood there as well. We do pop in some nice stone tile in the kitchen, but overall really pretty. Had to put a hanging light above the island. Although I just realized I did put a skylight. Does that mean I kept the light above it? I don't remember. Usually I don't put lights where there are skylights because usually you can see them from above. I probably did, actually. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, because you see the base of the light through the skylight and it just looks weird. But also, this corner cabinet is quite nice. Lighting and shadowing is a bit funny on it because it's technically a cabinet and not like shelving. But the other two pieces are actual shelves. So, I mean, they do work together nicely. And I thought it created this nice wall where I can kind of put dishes and mugs and spices and just kind of continue the clutter from the corner cabinet, which wasn't customizable at all. And then you have the trash bin there, which is a good spot for it. I think it's kind of close to everything. And yeah, we're back to that bookshelf. And I thought, oh yeah, we're definitely going to keep that this time, but we do not. I end up coming back and swapping out the bookshelf again towards the end. But now we're working on the other bedrooms. I realized I forgot the fire alarm in the kitchen. So I was just trying to figure out a way to hide it. But yeah. I think I just end up putting it above the stoves, like above the cabinetry, above the two stoves, because I think that just works better. It's kind of out of view, I guess. You won't really see it too much. We're also using this glamoury high-end wallpaper that came with the one kit, and this is the furnishings as well. So I thought that it was nice to give these bedrooms a little bit of a elegant, classy upgrade compared to the like base game beds and furnishings that I used previously. It's just gives it some nice elevation, and I think the two styles of these bedrooms are absolutely beautiful. It just makes the house feel like way more classy. And I didn't want to put like posters and stuff off of the panels because I don't know, I felt like you shouldn't be like, if that was like molding or something, you wouldn't really be sticking a poster there. So I wanted it like in between. And each bedroom here, the other two bedrooms here, have their own bathrooms, full bathrooms. So it's a shower, toilet, and sink. The hallway one has a shower and tub combo and a toilet and a sink. But that's in the hallway. But these bedrooms just have showers and toilets. So this is my favorite bedroom, I think. And you'll see when we get to the screenshots, though. It's just beautiful. It's just a corner bedroom. You get like views all around of Windenburg and the mountains and just the trees in the distance. Like this is a pretty one. Even though the master is very pretty with its giant bathroom and everything, like this bedroom, this corner bedroom is like, yeah, this one's like top notch, I think. It's just pretty. And I love the color too, the blue. It's just so different compared to like how they were styled before with like bright pink and everything like that. Like we do shuffle the bedroom stuff or bathroom stuff around here, and it's a poo with a view. So, you know, you have a giant window looking out while you're showering or, you know, using the toilet. Poo with a view. So this is I'm just shuffling and changing some colors of some other objects. At first, I realized I forgot to change the toilet in the master and fix that one up in that little like closet there in the master. Changing out the style of the stone, I use the growing together stone, which I think looks beautiful. Fit well with the style of the house. It went on the fireplace here and went on the accent wall down to the basement, and then the accent wall on the entrance. So it's just very pretty. I also used it on the columns in the basement and got rid of the like columns that were on the corners because I just felt like it was very busy, and I think the stone speaks for itself. But this is where we're kind of lightening up the living space and just making it look absolutely beautiful. Definitely a great upgrade from like the black furnishings before. It just seems so like sparse. I do realize that I did not put a piano back. I think putting a piano back would have been probably a good idea, but I forgot. But there are newer pianos that I could have used which have smaller footprints than the grand piano that was originally there in that spot. But I just totally forgot to put that in, truthfully. But yeah, just kind of cluttering up the space, making it a little more lived in. Trying to figure this one out. I couldn't put stuff in the middle of the table, and then I thought it was the table, so I changed the table to a different style, which I like, but it wasn't the table, it was the picture above it. So just using Alt, I just kind of moved it out away from the wall just a tiny bit, but it still worked and allowed me to place the items. And like that corridor is like long, but it's nice. I did put some paintings off to the one side, and this is where I'm changing the windows in the basement level. So it's pretty nice. I didn't really change a whole lot down here. I think I just made some improvements, like the spa area and this main space here pretty much stays the same, as does the home gym. The only thing that really changed a little bit was the spa bathroom down here. I changed out the doors from the spa day glass doors to just the solid white doors like the rest of the house. And the movie theater, home theater, gets an upgrade as well. I bump out that wall and then I build platforms, a like 3-tier platform thing that faces the giant screen, which I use a giant screen from Get Famous instead of the movie Hangout stuff screen that you see here. I don't know, that one just looked a little funny, and it's nice having the giant screen. Originally, I was going to do railings from the Horse Ranch pack, but I changed those out for half walls instead because I thought it would look cool having like the railings go down the side, but then there were no posts between the platforms. So half walls it is. Still a nice upgrade, I think. We do put snacks back here. I do put like this mini fridge from Spa Day instead of the giant one that I had there originally. And then I put the popcorn machine, which is a movie hangout stuff pack item. And I do put in a microwave as well for like other snacks. So you can have like, I don't know, like a pizza roll or something, I guess. And I do use the Desert Luxe Kit curtains on the back wall. So like when we get to the screenshots, they're like a little glitchy over windows. I don't know why. I think that's why I don't really use them a whole lot, because a certain way you move the camera and stuff, like the glass from the actual window like clips the curtain, which I don't really like. But didn't really do too much down here in this like gym spa bathroom. Just changed out the doors to the restrooms, or toilets rather. Showers remain the same, upgraded the tub, upgraded the sink. The home gym I did not really touch. I tried doing it a different color, but I think it was good as it was. It has all the equipment you need. We didn't really get any like new fitness equipment, so I felt like we could just leave it as is. The same thing with the home sauna. That also stayed as it was, kind of untouched. I did upgrade all the lighting in all the rooms down here though, so they aren't the giant saucer lights. And we do a new grill. I also put the pizza oven from the Home Chef Hustle kit down here as well, next to the grill, and a sink. And we do use the Desert Luxe Kit furnishings for the exterior, and I put a fireplace down here as well outside. Got rid of the shrubbery and the giant palm trees and stuff down here because it was taking up some space, and I was like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it. And we make this a planter box using a platform and some just like floor grass, I guess, if you want to call it that. And it looks nice in the end. I don't know if I recorded me putting the bushes in there or not, but I used debug bushes. I used all of the debug landscaping from Windenburg because this was built in Windenburg on that 64 by 64 lot originally, so I wanted to keep it there. So I used a lot of the debug landscaping. Originally, I was using like base game landscaping and trees and stuff like bushes and the palm trees, but it didn't really fit on this plot in Windenburg. So it's nice to have the Windenburg bushes and shrubs kind of tie in and make the house feel a bit more cohesive for where it's located. I use these potted bushes down here instead of ginormous trees. And here's where I'm using the Desert Luxe Kit curtains to kind of black out the home theater room. But again, not too much really changed in this basement level compared to the rest of the house. Just some minor improvements with some newer objects and the pizza oven. But overall, this level was probably the least unchanged because it was already pretty good, I think. Like, I don't know, it didn't really need a whole lot. Just some functional upgrades, I think. But all in all, great upgrade. I love how it looks in the end. I'm very happy with it. And the bar is also from Desert Luxe Kit. I left the pool the exact same. It's a beautiful watercolor, by the way. I think that's one of the get-together watercolors. Must be, because that's when this house was built. was around that time. So it was very early in The Sims 4. So yeah, and as far as the front, I do remove that dining table from the front because I found that when I was playing in this house, Sims wouldn't use it anyway. So I swapped that out for some loungers in the end, which I think is just a much better choice than having a random dining table and some chairs out there. So yeah, just kind of finishing up with some different clutter and items here and there that I know I wanted to add or I maybe forgot, and just kind of doing some finishing touches. But overall, the house is pretty much complete apart from the landscaping. So I was trying to change up the colors in the home gym, but I just thought, let's just keep it the same. And the roof got a upgrade to like a black steel, and we got a new chimney as well. And so this is the before. And this is the after. I think it's really beautiful, nice upgrade. I do apologize if you can see some blurriness in the screenshots. As I was taking the screenshots, there was a heat wave going on, so it was like super hot. And the family that lives here on this lot, they are pictured, but I do kind of move them out of view. But this is the living room, absolutely beautiful. I love the scenery and just the views it captures. The dining room is right there, and then we move into the kitchen. Again, beautiful. I love the fact that it just looks so nice and it's so cohesive, and the new stuff pack just really works really well. I have to say, Home Chef Hustle is very good. When I can get a key either from CD Keys or Amazon, I do want to host a giveaway of the pack. I've been checking every day. But there is nothing there yet, so I cannot host a giveaway until I can actually purchase it for others. But anyway, you can find the Glass House 2023 Remaster on the Sims 4 gallery. It's 210,470 simoleons, 64 by 64 lot, 3 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. There's my favorite bedroom. Absolutely beautiful. I just love it. It's so pretty. And the pool with a view. But yeah, this is the stairwell to the basement spa area. And this is the basement spa. But if you enjoyed this speed build, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already for new speed builds. We do new builds, renovations, improvements, whatever. I actually think I'm going to venture into some rooms. I think it would be nice to do some, instead of full-fledged houses, do some smaller like room builds where I can do like kitchens or bedrooms or bathrooms or something like that, which would bring some different content to the channel and just something different to watch. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.